Hey, y'all. I am back with another Yarn Everywhere podcast. It has been a minute since I've been on here. I have missed y'all. So I went to Arizona the week before last to visit family, and I had planned on, when I got back last week, I had planned on having a podcast up. But let me just tell you, life's just been weird. And it was one of those weeks where I just needed to scale back on everything that I possibly could just because I was tired and just all of the things. So I missed y'all, and I really hate that I didn't do a podcast last week, but that means I have even more to share with y'all this week. So hey, welcome back. If you are used to me, if you are brand new here, welcome. I'm Nikki with Avery Lane Creations and ALC Yarns. I am a crocheter, crochet designer, a yarn dyer, and a new knitter who is absolutely obsessed with knitting socks. And I want all of my crochet friends to come to the sock side with me. So I am going to jump in and show y'all what I'm working on. But first, I'm going to fix this light because it's making my forehead shine, and I just cannot deal. So 1 second. And I'm hoping that I can do this without, so I have a fan on in my room here. Okay, let's just see. Come on, you can do it. Well, we're just gonna go with it. It's a little bit better. So sorry about the craziness. It's been a minute, so I'm out of my podcasting routine. So buckle up. This is gonna be fun. Okay, so I'm gonna show y'all what I'm working on. I'm really excited about this one, and I really wanted to finish it, but I haven't yet. I'm super close to finishing it. So let's see here. This is my Sassy Cowl. And I really hope my lighting's good. And this colorway is Cranberry Crisp. It is part of my Delightfully Autumn collection. And I think it's my favorite one out of the collection. And I just had to grab one and whip up a cowl real quick. Cowls are one of my favorite things to make because I wear them a lot in the cooler months. So I have a lot of sassy patterns. And I even have a sassy triangle cowl, but this is just the regular cowl. And it works out pretty quickly. I just haven't been able to dedicate a whole lot of time to it. But I think I'm on the second to last row. So fingers crossed, I will get that whipped up super soon. It has cat hair on it because my cat decided to take a nap on it today. And he knows he's not usually allowed around my yarn, but this is for me. So I let him. Actually, do we even really let cats? They just do what they want. So, all right. So that is one of the crochet projects that I'm working on. And you know what? Oh, I did bring it in here. I was like, I bet the project that I just started, I forgot. Hey, Marquita. Thank you. I have not tried crochet socks yet. I don't know why, but knit socks just intrigued me. But crochet socks, I'm getting there. I do want to try them. But right now, I think I'm just obsessed with knitting them. So I probably would confuse myself. So this here is something I just started because I'm going to have a new crochet along. It's going to be a free crochet along. And it's actually going to start today, and I will be announcing that soon with my friend Danielle from A Naughty Habit. And it is going to be an ear warmer. So if you catch us live, just pretend you're surprised. I'm kidding. So it is going to be my Bobble ear warmer, which you can find free on my blog, and I'll link that below. But it is one of my I think it's like a 2-year-old pattern, but it's one of my favorites to make, and I haven't made it in a while. So I'm excited to be making one. And it has some of my favorite stitches. If you have ever worked any of my patterns, you know that I love half double crochet stitches. I love herringbone half double crochet stitches. This has that in it. It also has herringbone double crochet stitches. And I like those too. So if those stitches are new for you, this will just be some where you can learn a new stitch. And I do have a full video tutorial on my YouTube channel for this. If you're a newer crocheter and it sounds super intimidating, I break it down for you. It is an older video before I had, lights and stuff like that. And before, I knew how to kind of make videos more so than I did then. So give me all the grace because I think the lighting, it's fine, but it's not as good quality as I usually have now, but it'll still get you what you need for the pattern. So I will link all of that below. And I'm using some scrap yarn up. This was, what was this name? I think this was Teal Dahlia. And it was one of my favorites. And I had just a little bit left. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make an ear warmer with it. So that's what that's going to be. So I was trying to finish a baby blanket before I went to Arizona for my new little nephew, and I did not get it done. I kind of didn't think I would, but I made a good bit of progress on it. I don't have a whole lot left. I would say I'm probably 2/3 of the way done. Here's my story. For some reason, when I work with blanket yarn now, it really hurts my shoulder. I don't know if I'm just not used to the hook or if I'm like putting my whole arm into it because I'm at the other end of the spectrum now. I work with a lot of sock weight yarn. So I don't really know what it is. So I was doing really good on it. And then I had to take some breaks because my shoulder was hurting. But I'm going to probably work on it a little bit this weekend. I think what I'm going to do is go in like 30-minute spurts, work on it for 30 minutes, stretch, work on something else, and then and do that. And I feel like I'll get it done in no time. But I'm one of those, like I want to sit and I want to get it done. And I'm just going to have to cool my jets a little bit. But I love it. It's so squishy. And I think this is going to be the next video tutorial that I make and do a pattern for this because it's one of my favorite. It is now like my favorite baby blanket to make because it's just so squishy. And my brother was telling me, I made another one for my other nephew. And my brother was telling me that what he would do is he would hold the blanket up. And my nephew loved sticking his like fingers in there and stuff like that. And it was helping him learn to stand up. And so my brother was telling me about that. He's like, it is so good because he wants to touch it and squeeze it. And so he was using it to help him like kind of learn how to stand up and stuff like that. So I thought that was really cool. So it has more than just one use. Okay. So moving on. What else do I have? Socks. I waited till last just to see if y'all were like, oh, she's not working on socks. So I love this project bag because you can flip it down. And look, it's just so handy. So I'm working on some Yarnicorn socks. I love speckled yarn for socks. And I am determined that I'm going to have a different color heel and a different color toe. Every time I plan to do this, I get to go in my pattern and then it's like, it's almost finished. And I was like, oh, I forgot to change yarn. So I am determined to remember because I love that look. I love having like a different colored heel and a different colored toe. So we'll see. And I'm actually going to make longer socks for this because I'll show you next. I finished a pair of longer socks and I really like them. I think they're going to be great in my boots this winter. So I was like, I'm just going to do it. And how pretty is that yarn? And if you are a sock knitter, I have a good bit of this in stock. And how cute is that? I have sock weight and I still have a few on DK weight in my yarn shop. So check it out because they make me so happy. They really do. I love the color. And I love the name. My friend Rakina, I had posted on Facebook that I needed help naming that colorway. And there were so many great suggestions. And I was about to go with one. And she commented and she said Yarnicorn. And I'm like, I've got to use that. It was so perfect. So these are my Yarnicorn socks. And I'm just using the plain vanilla sock on Magic Loop from the Crazy Sock Lady. It's the pattern that I learned. It's the only one that I know, and I basically have it memorized. So that's all the socks that I'm making. But my brain does this weird thing. It's like, anybody else do this? I can't be the only one. It does this weird thing where when I get the hang of something, it's like, okay, now let's spice it up a little bit. So now my brain's like really wanting to do some pattern socks. So I went to Ravelry and I have saved a ton of pattern socks. So I think the next sock that I make is going to be a pattern sock. We shall see, because I'm a new knitter. It's a little intimidating, but usually when things intimidate me, I'm like, challenge accepted. I'm going to do it. So I probably end up doing it. And right now in my yarn club this month, we are doing Socktober, and I am showing, it makes me so happy. I'm showing my crochet friends how to knit socks. We had our first one last night. And I'm eager to see how many people stuck with it, because I know it can be really frustrating at first. So I'm really hoping that they're enjoying the process and not getting frustrated, because I think that's what made me stick with knitting socks. Is I was like refusing to allow myself to get frustrated. I'm like, no, I want to enjoy this. So I even enjoyed it when I had to frog the whole thing. So I'm hoping that it's not causing them frustration and that they're actually enjoying it. So we shall see. I need to post in there and check on everybody today. So those are all of my whips that I'm currently working on. I still have a Copland knit shawl. You know what? It's right here. Let me show you. Half the time I forget to bring it in here. So I'm just going to show you. This yarn is from Arkansas Yarn Co. And I'm obsessed. When I saw these together, I knew I was going to make this shawl. And I love these colors together. So this is kind of like my little, I don't know, my fun project that I keep wanting to get back to, and I just haven't had time. I love that pattern because it's beginner friendly and it's a 2-row repeat, and I basically have it memorized. So I don't have to keep checking the pattern. So those are all my whips for now. We'll see. I'm just kind of getting back in the groove of crocheting and knitting since I've been gone. Literally the first 3 days I was home, I didn't knit or crochet at all. I was just kind of jet lagged, still emotional from missing my family. It was really, really sad to leave. But then I'm also homesick. So I was ready to get home to my husband and all of that. But I literally just it was 3 days. I was just in this funk that I didn't crochet or knit. And then I'm like, you know what? I need to snap out of this. Okay, let me jump into finished projects. I finished the Brinley ear warmer. This is one of my favorite patterns of mine. It's the Brinley twisted ear warmer. I just love the twisted look. And this is on my Sassy But Cute colorway. I think this is one of my favorite color combinations. I love putting purple, blue, aqua, and pink together. It's just, no matter how I do it, I just love those colors together. So this is my Brinley twisted ear warmer. I am slowly going through my patterns and updating them to my pretty template. So my goal is to get some pictures of this and update my pattern and all of that. So that's on my to-do list. What else did I finish? Oh, I finished socks, y'all. Oh my goodness. So I worked on these while I was in Arizona. I let my mom pick the yarn for her socks, and this is what she picked. And this is my 90s tie-dye colorway. So these are her socks. And I'm super tickled with how they turned out. They're super fun. While I was out there, I actually gave my mom my very first pair of socks that I knit. I let her try them on to see. My mom and I, come to find out, I get it from my mom about how picky I am about socks, like the texture of socks. And I think it was my last podcast that I talked about that. And she texted me, she's like, "You get that from me." I was like, "Oh, thanks, Mom." So I let her try them on, and then her foot is like, I think, a half an inch bigger than mine. So I wanted to make sure that if I was going to do it on sock weight, that they were going to fit. So while I was out there, I got measurements, and then I had finished one sock while I was there and let her try it on. And she tried it on in her shoe and she liked it. So I'm super excited. So I finished these for her. Yeah, I just love them. And I'm hoping I have enough left to make. I need to weigh them. I'm hoping I have enough left to make another pair. But okay, so this colorway is super special because when my mom was here visiting me back in May and in June, um, we on our way home from visiting family in Wisconsin, we stopped at like a gas station and they had tie-dye shirts there. And my mom loves tie-dye and I love tie-dye. And we got to talking on the way home about her dyeing yarn with me. She's like, "I would love to dye yarn with you." And I was like, "Really?" She's like, "Yeah." So we started talking about like a tie-dye collection and all of those things. And we were both just talking about colors. And so when we got back to my house, we dyed yarn together, and this was the colorway that she dyed. And so I think it's just super special that I made socks for her with the colorway that she came up with. So that's the story behind these socks. And then let me show you. I'm calling these my Yarnable Smore sock. So my friend Cheryl over at Hypnotic Yarns, I get her Yarnable box every month. And last month, she does her yarn subscription different than I do. And I always confuse myself. So, okay, what month is this? This was her September. I'm pretty sure this was September. So this was her September colorway. And it was called like, I don't know, something s'mores, like worry less. I don't know. I'm sorry. I should have kept the little thing and I forgot. But anyways, so I'm calling these my Smore Yarnable socks and I love them. I haven't weaved in the ends. It's just a thing. I actually need to YouTube again how the crazy sock lady weaves in the ends on her cuff. She does it a certain way and it looks perfect. But I did weave in all the other ends. So that's why I haven't done that, because I haven't taken the time to look at her video. But I love how they turned out. I tried them on. They fit perfectly, and they're just going to work so well with my boots. So super tickled about these. And when I started knitting socks, I used DK weight. But now I love sock. I love the feel of the sock weight yarn on my foot. I feel like the DK weight, it feels more like almost like slippers to me. So I'll probably wear them around the house because we have stained concrete floors. And in the wintertime, it's super, super cold. So I'll probably wear them around the house almost like slippers. And then the sock weight will be, I'll wear them with boots or shoes or whatever because they're super comfy. So those are all my finished projects. I didn't get to knit or crochet as much as I had planned. I'm lying. I'm so lying. When I was on vacation, but I did get a few things done while I was there, and I took pictures because I wasn't bringing them back with me. They were gifts. And I'm super tickled how they turned out. Here they are. So I have a carry-all phone purse pattern. I love this. It's probably hard to see on the screen, but it's like a really light sagey green. And then the other one is this really pretty blue. And I think I've shown y'all before my carry-all phone purse on the podcast. I absolutely love it because you can just throw it across you and it's perfect for your phone and maybe like some chapstick or something like that if you're going on your walk, your house keys. Well, when I was at the airport, last minute before I left, I was like, oh, that would be perfect for the airport because I'm always super nervous when I'm in a crowded place because I'm scared I'm gonna like forget something or something like that. So I'll like put my phone and my ID in the most random spots. And then when I need it, I'm like, where is it? So it was so nice to have that phone purse because I just threw it across. I put my phone in there, I put my ID, and then my boarding pass. So when I got up to security, it was just like all right there. I could just grab it. And then once I got through security, I could just throw everything in my purse. So it was really nice to take that to the airport with me. And then while I was in Arizona, I made one for my mom and one for my mom's friend, Miss Becky, because they love to go for walks and stuff like that. So my mom takes her dogs for walks, and I made her a bottle holder for her water bottle. And so now she has a bottle holder, and then she has the phone purse. So her hands are free to walk both of the dogs. So that was fun. So I did make those two things, but I didn't bring them back with me because they were gifts. But I love the texture of that. Usually I use variegated and bright colored yarns, but seeing that in like a solid color really made the texture pop. So I think I want to make another one just for some pictures because it was really pretty. So thank you, Marquita. So those are all of my finished projects right now. And let me show you some new items that I got in. So Twice Sheared Sheep. I am now an affiliate for them, and they sent me a bunch of goodies, and I cannot wait to show y'all because I've been playing with them. So they're kind of scattered. What did I do with them? Oh, here they are. I'm really excited about this, and I've played with this a couple of times. It's a row counter. It's probably hard to see. It's a row counter, and look at the cute little cat. And I love it because what I can do is slide it on my hook, like, row 1. And then when I go to row 2, I slide it down to row 2 and so on like that. Because I don't like going back and having to count my rows. Like when I'm crocheting, I want to crochet. I don't want to have to stop and count. So this is really handy. And I've used it a couple times. And now it's like I can't go back to counting my rows. And what I think I'm going to do is you could probably double up and do like 10 and stuff like that. But I think what I'll do is just take a stitch marker and mark every 10 rows and then just start over, because that's just going to be so much easier for my brain. But I think I'm going to do like a little video tutorial to show y'all how handy that is. I haven't gotten to play with all of these goodies yet because I was going out of town and I didn't want to take them with me because I was like, I'm going to end up forgetting something. Here is another row counter that I haven't opened yet, so you can see it a little bit better. And it has a cute little sheet there. And scissors. I can never have enough scissors. And I love that it comes with this little thing so I don't accidentally stab myself. And then here's some more, whoops, one of them came off there. Some more little stitch markers. Oh, this stitch marker right here. It's peas in a pod. Like, how cute is that? They're just so cute. Okay, sorry. Got distracted. And I'm super excited about this because it's bamboo cable needles. And that is one thing I've been wanting to learn is how to knit cables. And so these are just going to make life so much easier. So I'm really excited about that. Let's see. Ooh, I'm also really excited about this. They're stitch markers, but it's if you're knitting, you're increasing or decreasing. And this is going to make knitting socks so much easier. So I don't have to constantly look and be like, okay, did I just increase or did I just decrease or not? So I'm really excited about that too. Let's see. I think I have some more stitch markers, but they're somewhere. How cute is that little mushroom stitch marker? And I have used these several times now, and it says snag free, and it's legit. Like, it's, I don't know what the difference is, what kind of metal she uses or whatever, but it is so smooth. And I usually don't like, I get them backwards. I think this is called a lobster clasp. Or lever back. I don't remember. But anyways, I usually don't like the one with the little lever because it can be hard to open, but I think these made me change my mind. So if you haven't tried their stitch markers, I really love them. So, well, those are all the goodies that I have that I haven't like strewn everywhere. And I'm sure I'll show off the rest of them at some point in some like video tutorials or little reels or something like that. So, and I will put my affiliate link down below in case you want to check out their shop. They have a lot of really cute stuff. I need to like start a wish list because I want to try everything. I know what else I want to show you. Pearls Crochet has some new hooks. And it was like all the fun stuff came in right before I was leaving to go out of town. And I'm like, I want to show everybody and I want to play with this stuff. So I just kind of made a pile so I wouldn't forget when I come home. How gorgeous. They call this one Carousel. It's a special edition one. I just checked before I went live today to make sure they had some in stock, and they do have some in stock because I didn't want to like show you all these hooks and then they be out of stock or something like that. This reminds me of I think they had a peppermint one. Was it last year or the year before? It really reminds me of that. And I think it is so pretty. So their Streamline wood hooks, they're super, super lightweight. They are like, I don't know, they're super, super lightweight. I usually don't like wooden hooks, but these have really grown on me. So that is Furls Carousel. And I will also post my affiliate link below. And if you are on my email list, I have sent you the coupon code that you can use, or if you're in my yarn club, it is at the top of the group, the coupon code that you can use to get 15% off Furls, anything you buy at Furls. So I'll post my affiliate link below for you. Okay, last thing that I got in. Y'all, I wish you could see my desk right now. It is a mess. Oh, you know what? No. Okay. I'm going to show you what came in, and then I'm going to tell you about what I forgot to tell you. Speaking of Yarnable earlier, I think this came in, I don't know. I think it came in before I left too. I don't know. I might be telling a story. It may have come when I got home. So October's Yarnable is called The Raven. And there is an Edgar Allan Poe black tea blend, which I'm really excited about because my aunts and my father are coming at the end of the month, and they really like black tea. Well, I know my Aunt Chris loves Earl Grey tea, and from reading the ingredients, this kind of sounds like Earl Grey. So I'm excited because I know that she will thoroughly enjoy that. So I will be making tea for everybody while they're here. Oh, and then there's a little infuser. I have actually been wanting one of these little tea infusers, so I'm really excited about that. What else? Oh, and there was a sticker that I've lost. See, when I get stuff in, I have to keep it all together, or something's going to be missing out of the bunch. But it was like a Raven quote sticker. I'm sorry. And then there is a special little bag. It's a Della Q bag from Jimmy Bean's Wool, and I love it because you can fit your yarn in there. It like just snap closes. I think this is going to work really well for a sock project bag. We're going to try it and I'll let y'all know. Okay. So are you ready to see the yarn? It's so pretty. I actually feel like I need to take it out of the sleeve so you can see it in its full glory. How gorgeous is that? Yeah, we're going to have to take it out of the sleeve because, like, oh My goodness, I love it. So I know that y'all probably don't even have to guess what I'm going to make with these socks. Surprise. Now I just need to decide if I'm going to make shorty socks or if I'm going to do like the full size socks. They may be shorty socks because I think this would be a really fun like summer color. Oh, look at those colors. So once again, Cheryl knocked it out of the park. I absolutely love getting her box every month. So this is Yarnable. It's a hand-dyed yarn subscription box. It's mainly geared towards knitters. Now, if you're a crocheter, you can join too. She does have a DK weight option, but she's a knitter, so a lot of her stuff is geared towards knitters, but crocheters are welcome too. I'm a new knitter, and so even when I wasn't, I still loved her box. Okay, let me put all that back. So those are all the new stuff that I got in that I remember. Okay. So now I'm going to move on to yarn news, but before I do that, I'm going to show y'all what I forgot. This is my sassy wrap that I've been teasing y'all with forever. I promise I'm getting the pattern written up. My goal is to have it written up this week and get it into testing. But this is my sassy wrap. And look, I have made, okay, ignore that one. I have made a lot of progress with the ends. So I haven't started on that end, but look, I started in the middle. And I have that much left on that end. Like, I'm so excited. It's like, I don't know why I start in the middle, but I think it's just like I need to see it be I need to see it ended. And then I'll be like, oh, wait, I'm not done. I don't know. And maybe, I don't know, my brain's weird. But I started in the middle, super close to having it done. Then I'm gonna block it and get pictures. So I'm going to have a sock weight version and I'm going to have a DK weight version. The sock weight version will be like, as soon as I get the pattern test up, it will be good to go to get tested. But the DK weight version, I've got to get some pictures. So that's kind of what I'm waiting on there. Okay. Yarn news. I just finished dyeing all of October's, I almost said Yarnable, Yarn Club yarn. And actually before I started this podcast today, I was out there washing up the very last colorway. Let me tell you all about that last colorway. I dyed 2 pans of it because I wasn't sure about the colors. I dyed 2 pans of it and I chickened out. I was like, no, this is way out of my comfort zone. No, absolutely not. So then I overthought it some more. And then finally, like, you know what? No, I'm doing it. I'm going with it. I'm just going to make it work. And so I ended up dyeing all of the yarn. And after I washed it up and I have it hanging up to dry now, I actually like it. And I think it's my favorite out of the 3 colorways for October. So I'm glad that I stuck it out. But I had a moment where I'm like, I'm not comfortable. This is out of my comfort zone when it comes to colors. But now I think I really think it's going to be my favorite. They say not to judge yarn until you like hang it up or twist it up. But I'm so judging it. And then they say not to judge it then either. You got to like work it up before you judge it. But I'm straight judging it. So we'll see. I'll report back after I have it twisted up and let y'all know if I'm still liking it. So that's the October Yarn Club update here. My Delightfully Autumn collection is now on my website to be ordered. It is a pre-order. Where is it at? And the sassy shawl that I showed y'all, the sassy cowl that I showed y'all earlier, that is one of the colorways that's available in the collection. It's called Cranberry Crisp. The reason that I do pre-orders is because I'm a small batch yarn dyer and I have 3 different bases that I offer. And for so many times I tried to like guess I'll probably have this many people get worsted and all of those things. And it's so stressful for me. So I've decided to just, when it comes to collections, to do pre-orders because it takes the guessing out. And then people can get exactly what they want. Yes, it takes a little time to get it. It does take a little bit longer than if it was already dyed. But I feel like it takes the stress and the pressure off of me, and then I can just do my thing and jump in there and dye yarn. So let me show you the collection really quick. I think I showed y'all in the last podcast, and there's 6 in the collection, but I have a couple other order options. Like I think there's a couple of them that you can get 3 in a set and a couple where you can get like 4 in a set. So I did try to make it to where there's something for everybody. I feel like I'm forgetting a color here. All right, so here is part of it. Let me just try and see. It's a struggle. There we go. This is the entire collection, and I'm obsessed. So this is, let me just do a little brain teaser here and see if I can remember the names. So this is Cranberry Crisp. This is Burnt Embers. This is Appley Ever After. Like, how funny is that? How cute is that? It does make me think of apples. So Cranberry Crisp, Burnt Embers in the middle, and Appley Ever After. And Sunflower Flannel, which is a colorway from like 2 years ago that I had to bring back. I absolutely love this one for fall. Gorgeous, like gourd instead of gorgeous. Sometimes I crack myself up. Okay, Gorgeous, and then Autumn Mist. This probably would look better on this side. I very rarely dye browns, but when I do, I just get in the zone. And you can see in this here, you can see some of that lighter brown. So twisted up, you don't really see some of that lighter brown, but it really does go well. And the same with this, like it goes really well with that. Part of me was kind of regretting not having an orange, but then I saw this and that, and I'm like, okay, I feel like I nailed it. But so those are the 2 browns. I very rarely offer brown, so I'm kind of proud of myself that I had brown as an option. Okay, so those are in the yarn shop right now for pre-order. I will be turning all of those off on Sunday. I tried to have it go for a good while, so people would have time to know that it exists. But I have kind of a short turnaround time. I have it to where I'm going to ship it out on November 15th. And with family coming in town, I'm going to have to cut it off kind of early. That way I have plenty of time to get it all dyed and stuff like that. And honestly, my plan was to have it already done by the time I ship out my Yarn Club packages, but one of my yarn bases is out of stock right now. But it's supposed to come back in stock on Friday. So, and I have some of it. I just need more. So it's supposed to come back in stock on Friday, and usually I get the yarn within a couple of days. So it shouldn't be an issue. And I may actually get the orders out even earlier, but I like giving myself that window in case stuff just goes wrong. Okay, so I'm going to show you what else I have in my yarn shop. I'm trying something new because I love these. If you watched the August Yarn Club unboxing, you saw the yarn sleeves. And I loved her yarn sleeves so much that I reached out to her. Her name's the Cajun Crafter. I reached out to her about making some for my yarn shop. So she wholesaled to me and made some specifically for my yarn shop. And I'm really excited about these. So it goes around your cake of yarn, and you see like this cake of yarn is, I mean, there's not much left, but it still keeps it nice, pretty nice and neat. So anyways, let me show you these cute cake cozies. I can't remember what I called this one. I think I called it Cute Cats Halloween or something, but this is about as Halloween as I can get. I don't like scary stuff, but it has like cute little cats and a little ghost, and it has some bats and some candies on there. And I just think it's super cute. And then there's another one. I love the pumpkin on that one and the cute little ghost. So these are the two um, options for the Halloween ones. And they're $8 each. Or you can get two in a set for $15. And then shipping's like $4. But if you spend $75 or more on my website, there is a coupon code up at the top that you can get free shipping. So just letting y'all know about that. So those are in stock. And then I got some really pretty fall ones too. This one's pumpkins and roses, and I love these colors. And y'all, how cute are these turkeys? They're so cute. They're just so stinking cute. And the pumpkins are really pretty too. Oh, thank you. And then this one is this one gives me all the fall vibes with the colors, the pumpkins and the flowers, and that, like, I don't really know. I keep wanting to say burgundy, but it's almost like a rusty red color. I don't know. It's really pretty. So these are also in the yarn shop. And I think if you want to get the set of the fall ones, I think it's all three of them for like $22 or something. But I'll post all the links below. But I'm just trying something new for people that may not, want to buy hand-dyed yarn, or they want something extra when they shop for hand-dyed yarn. They're like, hey, I want some of these too. So I'm just kind of trying a few things out to see. And I can never have enough of these. So I thought this was a good place to start. All right, what else do I have for y'all? Oh, so who remembers my Rhythm and Blues set? Oh, I wish I would have screenshot that. I probably should ask her permission though first. So I recently had a lady order a set of the Rhythm and Blues. Oh, did y'all see that? I caught that. Okay. And she ordered the DK weight set, but she ordered the one with gingerbread brown instead of the chocolate brown. And she made, what did she make? Now my memory just left me. A shawl. Pretty sure it was a shawl. And y'all, it was absolutely gorgeous. And it has me like in love with the set even more. I'm going to ask her permission. She tagged me on Instagram. So if you follow me on Instagram, you should be able to go to my page and you should be able to see her shawl. But I'm going to ask her permission if I can show it on my next podcast, if I remember. But it's super pretty. So I have one set left on DK weight that has chocolate brown in it, but I do have an extra gingerbread brown. So if you want a set and you're like, no, I want the gingerbread brown, just shoot me a message and I'll be glad to swap it out for you. And then I have one set left on worsted weight. That's all I have. Like, I'm so shocked and I'm so thankful for everybody that ordered a set. I had I think 2 sets on sock weight and several on DK and several on worsted. And that's all I have left is 2. So just wanted to let y'all know that that's in the shop too. And sock sets. I think this is the only survivor of the sock sets that I put in the shop. I had the 90s tie-dye, and those went pretty fast. And then I had this gorgeous gray. I think I showed it in the last podcast. And those went really quick too. And I'm sad because I didn't get one. So I may have to dye more of that. But that's the yarn news. That's all that I have for you as far as yarn. I really, really wanted to do Halloween sock sets. And that's part of the reason why I ordered these, because these were going to be in that. But I just could not pull it off before I was leaving to go out of town. I just kind of ran out of steam. And then when I got back home, I just felt like it was just too much with the fall collection dropping and all of those things. So sometimes I just have to scale it back. But I do think I want to, once I get the autumn collection out, I do think I want to do some like Christmas like sets, like in Christmas colors or something like that, because sock sets are really fun and you actually don't have to just use them for socks. Like you could use it for something else. But I love the little minis with them. So let me know if you'd be interested in more sock sets or if you want to see something else. All right, that's a wrap. That's all that I have for y'all. It was a big one today. It's been a while. So I want to close. I always try to close with some kind of encouragement. Oh, Marquita, can you buy a single skein? No, ma'am. The gingerbread brown is not on fingering. I don't think I have one on fingering. The only color I have of that set on fingering weight is that tealy blue color or the blue color. I do have that on fingering weight. So if you want that, I can add that to the shop for you. So you just let me know. So I always try to end the podcast with just words or lots of words because I'm wordy of encouragement. And so I want to talk about motivation because this is something that I'm bad about saying too. But motivation really isn't a feeling. I know, because I even say it like I don't feel motivated. It's an action. It's a mindset. You're not gonna feel motivated to do something until you start doing it. I know that sounds so weird, but really, like today, I actually took a picture and I meant to put it on Instagram, and I don't think it ever made it there. But I had 10 pans of yarn that need to be washed. And I took a picture of it. And this is where this come from. And I'm like, I am not motivated. But the thing is that I'm not always motivated to jump in there, even to dye yarn. There's some days that I don't want to dye yarn. I'm tired. I have a million other things that I need to do. And I just don't feel like dyeing yarn. But once I get in there and I start doing it, I get motivated. So sometimes like we wait for the motivation before we take the action. But 9 times out of 10 for me, if I'll take the action and start doing it, I will get motivated. And the more and more that I do that, the more motivated I am. Think about it like going to the gym. Who is actually motivated to go to the gym? If you are, like, tell me how. Tell me all the tricks. But once you, like, especially if you haven't been in a while or you're just starting a workout routine, you're not motivated those first few times that you go. But once you go and you're like, wow, I actually feel a lot better. That's when you get the motivation. Or you see you're feeling skinny. Y'all have them skinny days where you're feeling skinny. Your pants fit a little bit looser, you have more energy, you're feeling better. And that's when you get the motivation. So I hope this encourages you because I honestly needed this too. That if you're just like, I'm just not motivated, I've completely lost my motivation, whatever, because I've been there before too. So I'm not saying whatever, like your feelings don't matter. I'm just saying I don't need to go on that tangent because I could park there for a minute because I'm there with you. But trick yourself if you need to. Like that's what I usually do. I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna get in there and I'm just gonna set up all the yarn, and then I can always, come back tomorrow and dye the yarn. But once I get in there, I'm not going to stop. Then it's like, oh, I can't wait to see these colors and da da da. Same with the crochet project. There's times where I'm like, I know I need to start this crochet project, but I'm not feeling it. Or even a knit project. And then once I start doing it, I'm like, oh, okay, well, this isn't bad. I survived. I actually love it. So I hope this is encouraging to you that if you just haven't had the motivation lately, just do the thing and the motivation will come. And you know what? If it doesn't and it's not something that has to be done, try something new. So I hope that helps you. And I will talk to y'all soon. If you catch the replay, say hey to me. And I will get started on posting all of the links in the description of this video. Oh, and if you caught my August Yarn Club unboxing yesterday, I'll post a link too, just in case you didn't see it. I'm going to be working on getting, where did it go? Y'all, I lost a colorway. Nope, here it is. I'm going to work on getting these extras in the yarn shop, and I'm going to show you just real quick in case you haven't seen it. These were the 3 colorways from August Yarn Club. So if you haven't seen it and you're like, okay, now I want to know, go check out that video. I'll put the link below and let me know which of the 3 colorways is your favorite. Okay, y'all, this has been great. I surely have missed y'all. I can't wait to see your comments and catch up. And until next week, happy yarning. Bye for now.